What's up, cruisers, and happy Thursday. It is October 7th, 2021, and these are today's announcements. As always, we tell you to be a pro, be positive, be respectful, take ownership for your actions and for your learning environment. I'm going to talk about some specific behaviors here in just a little bit, but regardless of where you are in our building or what you're doing, you are expected to be a pro. You are expected to be positive, to be respectful to other students, to yourself, to our staff, and to take ownership for your actions and also for your learning environment. Let's make sure that we are remembering that this is all of our school, and it's our job to take care of it, and it's our job to take care of each other. All right, birthdays. Sadly, we have no birthdays today. What a shame. I do think that we've got at least one, if not two, tomorrow. All right, so let's talk about some of those expectations. Mr. Bryson and I had a conversation with grade levels during lunches yesterday, and I just wanted to touch base on those. Students in classrooms, you are expected to raise your hand and not shout out. If you have something that you would like to contribute, you need to sit there and raise your hand. Your teacher will call on you. Make sure we're being respectful to other students and to our teachers. You want respect, so it's important that you give respect to others and that you follow directions when teachers give them to you. And a reminder, phones should be off and in bags. I think we've only said this maybe 12,931 times so far this school year, but phones should be off and in bags, no exceptions. All right, lunch expectations. You are to go directly to your seat and stay seated. Raise your hand if you need anything. Speak to those at your table in a conversational level. So if you need something, if you need to get milk that you forgot, or if you need to use the restroom, make sure that you are raising your hand. We will come around to you. Even if you just need to throw your trash away, raise your hand. We will bring a trash can to you. There is no reason for students to be up out of their seat without a staff member's permission. And again, you should be speaking to students at your table. This is your time at lunch to be able to have conversations with other kids. We want you to have those, but you need to do it at a reasonable voice level and only to those at your table. We do not want you shouting across the cafeteria. All right, and hallway expectations. You're expected to walk on the right side of the hallway. Emphasis on the word walk. You are expected to speak at a normal voice level and to keep your hands to yourself at all times. There's no reason for anyone to have their hands on anybody else. We talked with 8th grade yesterday at lunch about getting back into school and following the expectations of school. We haven't really had, before this school year started at the end of August, we haven't had real school for about a year and a half. And so I think some people have forgotten how to play school, which is only to be expected. You guys are kids. We get it. We are now entering the middle part of October. You've had almost 2 months to make that acclimation. We do have high expectations for you because we need to make sure that everyone is safe and that everyone has the opportunity to learn. So we are going to enforce those expectations as we've done since the beginning of the school year, but I just want to remind you of what's expected of you. Student shout outs. All right, this one's from Miss Crum. She says, I want to shout out Zariah Hopkins. Zariah showed great respect and ownership when I witnessed her cleaning up a mess that she did not make. I saw the mess and was going to clean it up myself, but when I returned to take care of the issue, she had already done it. I'm so proud of you. Thank you for caring about the space we all share. Great job, Zariah. Way to be a pro. Way to take ownership for our learning environment. That is awesome. That might be my favorite student shout out that we have. There's another one coming up in a little bit, which might compete for the top one, but I love it. I love it. I love it. Way to show ownership for your learning environment. That is great. Another one from Miss Crump. She says, I want to shout out Jeffrey Taylor for going around the room and picking up pencils and markers, even when he knew I was out of thank you candy. My entire 7th period class usually does this every day, and I'm super grateful for them. Today, Jeff did it on his own after everyone else is gone. Way to be a pro, Jeff. That is awesome, too. Jeffrey, that might compete for the top one as well. I love it that you guys are taking ownership. Take ownership for our building. It's all of our buildings. We only get one. All right, we can't trade it in for a new one. So I appreciate you guys being respectful and taking ownership of our building. That is awesome. Also, I want to give a shout out to Miss Crum for being positive and sharing some of the great things that are going on in her classroom. So shout out to Miss Crum from Mr. Mosier. We appreciate you sharing all the amazing things that our students are doing. All right, another shout out. I'd like to shout out Faith Wright. She continuously helps support another student throughout math class and is always there to answer their questions and help walk them through problems. Very proud of how sweet and helpful she is, and it does not go unnoticed. That is from Miss Donnelly. Great job, Faith. Faith, way to be awesome and demonstrate what it means to be a pro. I'm very proud of you. One from Miss Karstadt. She says, shout out to sixth period for focusing and working hard in class. I love when you take ownership of your learning. That's from Miss Karstadt. Again, more ownership. I love it. It is your education. This is your building. We want to make sure that you take ownership of that. That's awesome. Great job, sixth period in Miss Karstadt's class. And now I think this one's maybe going to be my favorite one of the day. I'm going to go with probably Matthew Harrell for showing respect every day to the cafeteria staff. That is from Miss Leffler, our head cafeteria worker. Shout out to Matt Harrell for showing respect every day to the cafeteria staff. That is from Miss Leffler, and that is amazing. I'm really proud of you, Mr. Harrell. That is awesome. I'm just going to tell you guys a little secret anyway. You should probably be nice to people that handle your food. That goes not just for here at Middle School North, but for everywhere. If someone is handling your food, you should probably be nice and respectful to them. Just a heads up. All right. Staff shout outs. This one is from Mrs. Hollis to Mrs. Raymer. She says, thank you for your willingness to help me out when I needed it. You're a great coworker and you are appreciated. That is awesome. Thank you, Miss Raymer, for being able to help out Miss Hollis. All right. We talked about 18 months where you guys did not have what we would call normal school. And I said this to the 8th graders as well. We still don't have normal school. Once you think about it, all the kids are back, but things still aren't normal here. You guys are having to wear masks every day. We're having to separate you guys as much as possible during lunch. You're having to put a mask on literally the second that you're finished eating and only take it off right before you start eating. So we're still not at what I would call a normal school. And like I said, we've had 18 months where it definitely was not normal school. So I think some of those skills that students have, we've kind of lost some of those skills and we need to rebuild them. So we want to help you rebuild those skills. Things like emotional regulation, being able to regulate your emotions. Doesn't mean that you don't have emotions, but when you are feeling upset, angry, sad, what do we do about that? Okay. So we want to help you build that skill set. If you want to talk to somebody, please fill out a purple pass and we will get to you. If you're having conflict with someone else, one of those important skills that students need to build while they're young is conflict resolution. So if you're having a problem with somebody or they're having a problem with you, how do we go about resolving that so that it doesn't escalate to something more severe? We want to help you with that. Please fill out a purple slip. This is us telling you, hey, we want to help you. We know that those skills are things that you haven't had to practice in a long time. And some students don't get positive reinforcement from home about those skills. So please let us help you. We do have purple passes down here in the office. If you need help with solving a problem, with solving a conflict with someone else, you just need to talk to someone, we will gladly help you out. Okay. Those are used to either see myself or Mr. Bryson or to see Mrs. Talone. Again, we want to help you rebuild that skill set. You are expected to do the things that we ask you to do. If you're having a problem with that, please fill out a purple slip and we will gladly help you. As you should know by now, we love you here at Middle School North. You do belong here. This is your school. This is your building to take ownership of. You have all of the tools to be successful. You do have those skills that I was just talking about, and we will help you access those skills that you already have. You've got this. We've got you. I know you can do it. I do hope that you have a terrific Thursday, and as always, it is great to be a cruiser.